Hey, how's it going? This is Roy with Talk Soul Central RTV Style, and Sarky is here, man. Sarky is here. Wow, man. Sarky kind of had to take a vacation from his vacation, and he had a meeting with Elon Musk this morning, and so that's why he was able to join us here in the RGB. And without further ado, here we have the man of the hour, the man that's going to give us the numbers. Today is the Arena Show. We have Judge Carlos Cascos coming in. Hey, how's it going, sir? Salud.
It's only water.
It's only water. No, pues está bien. Salud como quiera.
No, I'm just kidding. It's gin, but no.
It's okay. We're not here to judge.
I'm the judge.
We're not here to judge, but
I hope y'all are fine.
You are cool, man. It's a castle show, and it's cool, and we're already getting here. Hey, look at this. Good evening. How's it going up there from San Antonio Scoops? Frankie is alive. And now the weather. What's up, Frankie? How's it going? Carolina, ¿cómo te va? All the way from Austin. Órale, I love it. Welcome to Talk
Catalina.
Catalina. I read really bad. Catalina, sorry. Beautiful name, though. So how are you today, Judge? What's going on with you?
I've been good. I've had a busy week presenting audit reports and dealing with the this arena thing. So it's kind of fine.
Do you say it looks like Eddie Trevino is just gonna go on shows where they support the area project? Yeah, Sharky put an invitation out there, guys, and
nothing.
Estaba cricket, not even likes. No.
They actually asked me. They go, well, we're gonna try and get somebody on there. I go, I want to see both sides. I want somebody that can answer questions, not just show us pretty pictures.
Yeah. And of course, we show pretty pictures too. Pero yeah, hold on, let me. So what you do to Sharky today? ¿Qué hiciste?
I had a pretty good job this morning repairing a vehicle, and it went good. It was drizzling a little, but luckily it didn't downpour on me, so I survived that.
Wow.
And then this afternoon, just getting ready to because we had another mobile home moved in next door, so we kind of had to clean up a little bit. So it was all good. Yeah.
No, pues está bueno. Pues guys, this show is about the arena, and I mean, me personally, I'm just gonna put this out there. Cameron County Arena will not benefit Brownsville. The numbers do not match. Now, I'm not the mathematician. I'm not the guy with the numbers, but we got Judge that definitely is. I mean, he's a CPA. I mean, ya si un CPA no sabe los numbers, and he's out of here. But before we start, let me show you a picture, because I mean we're seeing a lot of these pretty cool pictures, and I mean, Dutch, you gotta admit that does look impressive. They're gonna have I don't know if that's a leg in the middle or what they're gonna do with that, but that's water all around there, around all that white, and all these trees that they're either gonna bring in, because I know it's kind of like it's a field where they grow crops. Yeah. So I mean, definitely a lot of landscaping is going to go into this. The arena, I guess, is this weird looking object right here, and that's very futuristic. So I don't know. Parking space. I'm looking at this, and maybe parking space way out here, and I guess everything over here is maybe a hotel and maybe maybe another hotel, and I don't know what's back here. Pero I don't know. It looks pretty. I mean, I wish I had an airplane, and I wish I had a boat, and I wish I had a BMW of every color, a Lamborghini of every color. But do I need it?
It looks expensive.
Well, why don't we get to some of the information?
Órale.
Every time I look at that picture, I just want to say, beam me up, Scotty. Uh,
So, what do you want to start with?
It
I
is.
gotta. Do you want to start with? I mean, let me see. Hold on. Let me go right here with the numbers because we're definitely going to show you the numbers, guys. Let's start with the main number guy.
Okay.
You're right, because that's probably what you want to start with, right? The numbers, and then
Yeah.
we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
All right, so
me,
let me share that, and we'll just get started.
Sure.
Tap. No, tap. No, let's just go with the else.
You got it. There
That
you go.
one.
That I don't know which one that is. Okay, that is I sent you one today.
And it's not this one?
No, that's the first. That's the one that we did with the first election.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Those numbers don't matter anymore, or what? Did
Well,
the numbers get better? Or?
They sort of kind of do. That was the budget that was adopted by the county back in the summer of 2021 for 2022. The second one that I sent you today. But look, the world is full of good intentions, and there is no, you cannot substitute sound financial integrity with good intentions. And I'm sure that most people that are talking about wanting this project have good intentions. But I don't know if anybody has really sat down and made a determination as to how much it's going to cost and what the projections are. The second page I sent you today was the actual audit as of September.
Oh, it says the word audit, right? Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Let me. I see that now.
Yeah.
All right.
They just posted that. Yeah. I just saw that.
Let me go here. Okay, this is the audit. Here, this is the way it starts.
Yeah.
It starts with this.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
You want me to do it there?
I would probably go down to the second page because those are now actual numbers that happened. Okay, if you look at highlighted in yellow, that's as of September 30th, 2021.
Right.
You've got budget on the left-hand side, and then the actual numbers. Okay.
Right.
That's the actual. So I'm looking at the total. But look, at the end of the day,
I can see here that, in other words, they're saying they only have $4,000 and they're budgeting for, what is it, $2 million?
Well, I think that's an error on the audit.
Okay.
But so let's look at the total revenues of 4.1 million. Okay. That's what came in with all these the hot taxes, the venue taxes. Then you scroll down, and at the end you have I guess a positive number that I highlighted in yellow of 126,000.
Right.
That was left over after they paid expenses. They paid the debt that they already have. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's really simple. I mean, if you take what they're talking about, the 33 million plus, and you amortize that over 20 years, it comes out to about 139,000 per month, exclusive of interest. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Or 1.667 per year. Okay.
Right.
So they would have to, they would have, 40% plus would have to increase of these venue taxes. That's how much they would have to increase using these numbers as a base. Okay.
Right.
They'd have to increase them 40% just to, and I'm not even including M&O. That is just to amortize that $33 million. We don't have the hotel infrastructure. If I like to ask a lot of rhetorical questions, okay, such as, do we know how many hotels there are in Cameron County?
I have no idea. Well, that's a good question.
There's about 100.
All right.
Okay.
100 hotels.
Yeah, roughly. Okay, maybe 97, 98. I don't believe we have any 5-star hotels. Okay, that 100 hotels, how many are on South Padre Island? Probably about 15 to 20%.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so if you look at it that way, they keep talking about all these visitors that we're going to get, they want to draw from Hidalgo County.
Right.
That's a big deal. That's a big, yeah. I mean, anybody that's coming in from Hidalgo County, in all likelihood, are going to drive
stay
in.
there.
Well, yeah, no. Well, let's assume that they all come.
All right.
Let's assume that they're going to abandon the 2 venues that are there already, and
Right.
all of a sudden they want to come to ours. Okay, so they come there. What is the likelihood of them coming and spending the night and renting a car?
They're not.
Exactly.
They're going to go back up there. They fly into McAllen. They fly into Harlingen. They're not flying into Brownsville. So more than likely, they're going to go back there because they have hotel rooms over there in McAllen.
Well, that's assuming that we have a lot of visitors that are flying in. Okay. And they're making a lot of assumptions. Okay. But the one assumption that I can really put my thumbprint on is, how are we going to increase these venue taxes by over 40%? If we don't have the hotel infrastructure, we really don't. And they can't tell you. There's a lot of assumptions that they're making. And say, well, we're going to have ticket fees and we're going to have this and that. Okay. Now let's go on to the property taxes. If we take them at their word that they're not going to increase property taxes, that is today's commissioner's court. There is nothing to prevent a future commission from raising property taxes and making transfers to this venue fund. There's nothing, all they have to do is raise taxes and then make a transfer. It's very similar to what Cameron County has done for many, many years, transferring bridge tolls from our bridge system to the general fund to subsidize it to keep our tax rate low. Okay. So what do? When we need money, you raise the bridge tolls. That's it. Okay. Now, the other option is raising park fees. Now, the park fees and the bridge tolls are what they call enterprise funds. They're supposed to stand on their own. They're supposed to pay for themselves. Okay. So, if they decide they're not going to raise property taxes, they can raise bridge tolls and they can raise park fees. See, they haven't said that they're not going to do that. They're just saying it's not going to impact your property taxes, which I think it will. But anyway, so we have that. And so, we have to look at this. Who uses our park system and crosses our bridges? It's locals.
Yeah.
It's us. You don't have a bunch of tourists coming down and crossing our bridges. They go
Not anymore. At one time, yes.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I haven't been to Matamoros in, I would dare say 20 years.
I can say about 10, 15 years already.
Yeah. So they're painting this really pretty picture. And I guarantee you that all of the people that are supporting it, and I respect that. I understand that everybody wants to see shiny, shiny things. Yeah, I understand that.
It's pretty,
But it's nice. It looks good. I don't know what they mean by it's our time. Those are nice catchphrases, but my issue is that of sustainability and affordability. Okay. Everybody would like to have a brand new car every year, but it's a matter of being able to afford it. Now, the other issue,
and the other thing is, does it really make sense to have it? But the thing to judge that I've been saying too is, they're building these hotels, but what happens to the hotels in Brownsville? This thing is not a Brownsville arena, and I think a lot of people in Brownsville think that it's a Brownsville arena. San Benito's already getting one, and they're getting, it's being funded by private money. It has nothing to do with the city, has nothing to do with the taxpayers. They're doing it the way we should have done that. Harlingen, well, they're in the middle, and I don't know what's going on over there, but still, so we're not getting it. Yet we're going to be responsible for maintenance and different things like that, and we're going to have to divide that profit, sort of whatever it is, 50 cents or $1.50, whatever the profit is at the end of the day. But the main thing is that our hotels are not going to get any business.
Well, I've spoken to a couple of hotel owners, and they've been asked to see if they want to invest in it, and they don't want to do it. I spoke to a friend of mine in San Antonio. If you remember when they built the new Spurs Dome,
yes,
they built it with the hopes and the intention that it was going to, renovate the surrounding area.
Right.
Well, it hasn't done that.
And
It's
that's San
still,
Antonio.
yeah, and people just go to the venue and leave.
Yeah.
You don't have anything.
Yeah.
But I respect everybody that's supporting it. They've all got their own reasons.
Right.
But I think they need to look at the numbers, and I guarantee you that they have not looked at the actual numbers because they I think they're too enamored with this thing. Well, we need it, it's something that we need. This is larger than both venues in Hidalgo County. And I repeat this, we need to stop the comparison to Hidalgo County. Hidalgo County is something, it's twice our population. They have a lot of large cities to draw from in Hidalgo County. We do not have that.
No, we're alone because I mean between Olmito and San Benito, there's quite a drive. I mean, it's no big deal now. But at one point when I was a kid, man, you go to San Benito, that was a day trip. So I mean, the mentality's still there. I mean, I drive for a meeting up in McAllen. I'd rather stay over there than drive back. That kind of deal. But on these scoops, Judge, where are they going? Where are they getting 60 potential plan events from? How are they making these projections? How it's only 52 weeks a year? Yeah. Now, with that said, let's say they do get 60 events. They get one a week. Claro, there's 8 missing, or maybe they double up in there. That kind of deal. Hidalgo does not fill up their arena. It's never full. I don't know. It's never full.
Again,
and that's considering the headliners come in and they don't fill it up.
Well, let's start with the disingenuous argument that the proponents or the advocates are making. They've got videos and YouTube videos and all these spots showing a lot of these entertainers, whether it's Elton John or Lionel Richie or J-Lo's coming now.
J-Lo's coming. And,
I don't think that they can be doing that, but they are, because it's implying that somehow they've already contracted with them, or they're just giving examples. I don't know.
I think that's what it is, because
but that's that is really, really nice. But look, if we look at the sports park and all the issues that surrounded the sports park and how it was going to be a catch-all for everything, I think it'd be cheaper just to dome the sports park.
Yes,
it'd be cheaper just to dome it. Okay, but
the thing is, the sports park's not finished.
Well,
we only have seats on one side.
Yeah, but that's $40 million later. Okay.
Well, yeah, of course.
And we're still doing that. But I think if we go back and try to take the emotion out of it, strictly go by the numbers, no one can answer how. Look, you can make any feasibility look however you want it to make based on the assumptions that you're going to make. So we're going to do 60 shows, and we're going to do 70% of the seating capacity at $25 a pop. Okay, that math still doesn't work.
No.
Okay, so now here, what I also read was that they already had commitments, from a developer that already committed. Mm-hmm. So that means that before this project is even passed, before any bids are undertaken, before anything, they've already said that a developer is committed to coming in and investing. The other thing they said was that they already had grants available, that they'd already had grant commitments. Well, if in fact that's true, then they should have an award letter. Yes, they should have an award letter from the granting agency.
And they would have been throwing that in our face. Look,
exactly.
Look, I have it here. I have it here,
Judge, this is a county arena. What I'd like to know is how many cities are for it and how many are against it, since it's a county arena.
And Chucky, that's a good point. 10 years ago, I was promoting a regional county-wide arena, but my argument was I wanted every single city to participate.
Right.
And that's what it was. I had hearings. I had talked to all the city folks, and most of the cities were on board, with the exception of 2. So when those 2 cities decided that they did not want to participate, I pulled it, because I believe that it had to be 100% participation or nothing. That way, everybody would have shared in the profits or the losses, and everybody had a commitment to promote it.
Right.
Something just doesn't sound kosher to me. The numbers don't make any sense. The location, I mean, maybe 15, 20, 25 years, the way Brownsville is growing and San Benito's growing and Brownsville, they're in a meet. But I think it's being rushed. What is the sense of urgency? It failed a couple of months ago, and I'll put it back in May 7th. Well, I guarantee you, if it fails again, they're going to put it back on until it passes. And that is disrespecting a majority of the voters.
Yes.
Where is all this money coming from to advertise this thing? It's been on YouTube. It's been on Spectrum, on my internet. It's been everywhere. Well, I mean, they spent money.
The way it appears to me is that somebody set up a
well, look at this signs. These cost money.
Yeah, exactly. Those are about
cost money, man.
$40, $50 a pop.
There's lots of them.
Yeah, and I think what's important here is that a corporate entity or a PAC was established maybe not too long ago. The treasurer is a gentleman by the name of David Sanchez out of Dallas.
Yes.
Okay, but if you look at the sign, it says Dennis Sanchez. Okay. Yes. Well, Dennis is he's an attorney, local guy, and good guy. I've known him for many, many years.
Right.
I think he's one of the principals of the La Madeira development.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's his deal. That's private money. That's their money. Great. Okay. Right. So I don't know which one's right. It says Dennis Sanchez is the treasurer, but if you look at the actual paperwork filed with the Texas Ethics Commission or Secretary of State, somebody sent me a copy of it today. It says David Sanchez, and it's got a local number of 956-371 number.
Well, I got that. Let me show it to you, if I may.
I would love to know whose piece of land that is.
Look at this. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's it.
That they want to build this arena because they're really pushing for it.
Yeah. Now I know Sam Manat, good guy. Here he's out of Brownsville. I don't know Russell Young, but apparently he lives off of looks like Hackberry Lane.
Yeah, Hackberry. And Sam has a Rio Hondo address.
Yeah, but his businesses were in Brownsville. I think he just lives over there. But anyway,
and David Sanchez has an address in Dallas.
Yeah, but the sign though on the little disclaimer on the bottom, I saw it. It says Dennis right. Sanchez treasurer.
Yes, that's what I've seen too.
So one of them is not accurate.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know which one it is. And what that tells me is that in a rush to hurry up and get this, they made a mistake. And I understand that. But mistakes are, there's a consequence for mistakes. And so we won't know who's contributing until they're going to have to file like a campaign report,
Whose land is that?
I don't know. I hear a lot of rumors, but I don't deal in rumors.
Okay.
But
all right, what about this, Judge? What about this one? Is this another one? This is the appointment of the campaign treasurer.
That's right. That's correct. That's a PAC. That's a PAC, a political action committee, and again,
and here we got Renee Sanchez.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they're all. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That could be the spouse or sister or something. But if you look at the address, that 717 North Expressway. I'm really not sure where that is.
Isn't that that office building that's by the cemetery as the that road that goes to HEB off 6th Street or off 7th Street?
Yeah, but that's Paredes Line Road. This is on the expressway, Suite 10. I don't know. And to me, I mean, none of that is really relevant. Okay, other than we're going to see who's investing, but I think we need to get back to the integrity of this project.
Yeah.
And the numbers again, and that's where we have to go. People need to be asking questions. I'll go on any program, on any show. I am using their numbers. These are the numbers that are there.
Yeah.
And I just want to know how are you going to justify a 40%? I mean, how are you going to, how are you going to accomplish a 40% increase in
Right.
hotels? Unless they're going
Not.
to build a whole bunch of new hotels. But look, here's another thing. Many of our elected, I've never been one of those, but many of our elected officials love waving that poverty flag.
Yes.
And they say, oh, Cameron is one of the poorest, the Valley's one of the poorest, we're the least educated, we're all these negative things. We are the poorest area in the universe. Well, if in fact that, people, some of our elected officials believe that, how can you justify sustaining this type of project if we live in the poorest area? I don't get it. I mean, I just don't, I just don't see it. So there's a lot of hypocrisy and a lot of contradicting, contradicting. But I bet you that there's some people that are for it that I know personally that are good people. And I think that, and they're believing what they're being told.
Yes.
But it's like being in the Wizard of Oz, look at the person behind the curtain.
Yes, you're right. Right.
If there is an award of a grant, show me the award letter. If there's a commitment from a developer, which how can they do that without going out for bids to construct this? But they said a developer is committed to funding a third of it. Okay, who, why, when, and where? Show me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show us the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. Just show us all. If all these entertainers have committed to coming, I think somebody mentioned that they had a semi-pro basketball team that already committed to coming, right? Then you should have some kind of a commitment letter from them.
Well, the thing is, why aren't those teams playing in McAllen? I mean, you figured, okay, if McAllen has the same thing, why are they playing over there? I mean, wouldn't it be that let's transfer from Hidalgo to Brownsville?
Yeah,
but they're not even playing over there.
No, look, and we should not be, and people say, well, we deserve it. We do this. We you know what? We should not be in competition.
Right.
With Hidalgo for the longest time. We everybody talks about a metropolitan area, a regional concept. Let's promote ourselves as a region. But when it comes right down to it, we're competing. We're competing.
Yeah.
So I just wish that everybody would vote against it, and let's kind of let's circle the wagons. Let's figure this out. Let's come with a realistic forecast, a realistic projection, a realistic feasibility study that's based on obtainable facts.
Now, can people still register to vote?
I think it's too late for the May 7th election.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I think
basically we're shooting for the people who are already registered and that are out there.
Yeah,
that they can get out and vote.
They have information on what you're seeing, these annual visitations that I have no idea where those numbers are. But funny, they're all round numbers, right? But I have no idea how they're coming up with this information. If they did a feasibility study that supports this, let it out. I want to see who prepared it and what assumptions they were using. That's the key on a feasibility study. Assumptions. We're going to assume this is going to happen. So if all this that they're saying is going to happen, yeah, it may be a viable project. But my argument is that their numbers are skewed.
Well,
their numbers are not realistic.
Yeah, even this right here, it says that, it's going to sit 10,000. And in order for this to work, per event, they got to sell 70% of the seats, right?
Right.
70% is 7,000 seats.
Right.
Can we sell 7,000 seats? Does Hidalgo sell 7,000 seats per event?
Well, one of Hidalgo's venues is smaller than 7,000 seats.
Right.
Okay, and the other one is a little bit larger than 7,000 seats.
And yet they don't fill it up.
And they don't. I mean, you may have a great superstar and you might be able to fill it up, but how often are we going to be able to bring down these superstars? Look,
And can people afford it? I mean, the whole idea, if you're bringing it to Brownsville, the whole idea is that more people will spend money, or people that don't normally want to travel to McAllen will buy tickets, and instead of driving to McAllen, they'll see a show here, right? But can people afford it? I mean, I'm sure it's still not a good deal, right? It's,
I think would have probably,
Oh,
there
wait,
you
look
go.
at that.
Final
Final
date
date
to
to
register is
register to vote is
April
the
25th.
26th, the 25th.
Okay, April the 25th.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's the first day of early voting.
yeah,
Um, look, I believe it would have made a little bit more sense building it on South Padre Island, adjacent to their existing convention center. The county
yes,
owns some land there. They could actually build it. They've got, but again, the island doesn't have, accommodations for 10,000 people.
no,
Okay. So that, but I think that would make a lot more sense. People may be more willing to come down for a show and stay the night or a weekend if they're on the island. Okay. They're not going to come to a show here and then drive another 45 minutes, 30 minutes to the island to spend the night
right,
at midnight. It's not going to happen.
right,
So, I mean, I just think that everybody needs to kind of cool off and hope this thing fails, and then come back and redo this, interact with the community more often. Don't be going to, to city council meetings and school board meetings. You know what? Have church meetings, get together at community event centers, bring in the general public, advertise it, get input from everybody, and then see if this is what the public wants. Maybe scale it down. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but they haven't provided all the answers.
right.
And
Well,
I'm
the
asking,
thing is the numbers. I mean, without numbers,
yeah,
I mean, I mean, you either do or you don't. I mean, based on the numbers, I mean, it's almost foolish to start a project without knowing what the numbers are.
right. And
You know, you don't go building a house if you don't know how much money you got in the bank, or if you can afford, to finish off the ceiling, the roof, and okay, the whatever else there you might need for a house. No, you need to have your ducks in order. Okay, I have enough to build me a house that's going to be done. I mean, there's
By
some people that take years to finish a house, but not too many.
by how many
the
votes? By how many votes was it blocked last time?
I think
75,
was it 75 or 50?
75,
Only
It was pretty
75.
low.
only
Yeah, but you know
75.
what? I really didn't start coming out and looking at it until 1 week of early voting had
Yeah, I
already.
think it was our show, and then from there you went to the Erasmus show.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
same
but
night.
yeah, I'd already been talking about it on Facebook for a little bit.
Yeah,
But look, at the end of the day, I think, again, good intentions do not equal fiscal sense, and this does not make fiscal sense. And it's really that simple. I really wish that they would scale it back. Now, there's two things that they haven't talked about: the maintenance and operations of this arena. Now they're talking about creating hundreds of jobs.
huh?
No, you may create hundreds of jobs during the construction process, but permanent jobs after
No,
they're gone? No, I don't think so. Okay, and number two, no one's talking about running infrastructure out there: water,
yeah,
wastewater, electricity, and paved streets. Now, if you look at that rendition that they showed, that looks like about a 1 acre to 2 acre lake. Do you know? I mean, look what the maintenance costs are just to maintain a small pool in your
yeah. I was
backyard.
gonna say that.
You know, and if you look at that, now renditions rarely come out, the way the real deal is. But I don't see parking for 5,000 cars.
No, I don't. I really don't.
Okay, unless they're going to create some kind of a shuttle
Shuttle
system.
service.
Yeah, I don't
You know,
know.
I
But
think these are the two parking lots that they have. Maybe some smaller ones around here that we can't really see, but it just doesn't make sense.
now keep in mind that we're always talking about Brownsville creating its own identity. Quit comparing to Hidalgo and everything that they have or don't have. And, we're so busy complaining about what we don't have instead of appreciating what we do have. I think we need to be making not so much Cameron County, but, the community needs to be investing. And I think they are doing some investments in the zoo. I
Well,
think,
the zoo, that's where they need to pour their money into it. That's the reason you come to Brownsville. You come to Brownsville because of the zoo. And then once you're here, then you're able to, okay, I think I'll go downtown, or I think I'll go here, or I think I'll go there. But you come for the zoo.
I compliment now what the city is doing in terms of improving downtown, and we have a ways to go. I always wanted to convert the downtown area, let's say from about 9th Street on to 14th into a pedestrian mall.
That would be cool.
Kind of keep it, and make it like it do in Austin, 6th Street. And 4th Street, I mean, mainly 6th Street, they close it down at night and it becomes a pedestrian area. That would help, because, I mean, we have to face it. Brownsville, we are challenged when it comes to parking.
Yes.
Can't find parking, but I think that it'd be important. Look, we have a racetrack in Harlingen that was popular for a few years. Now it's been vacant for 2 decades.
It's been shut down for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
At one point they wanted to make an Indian casino out there, and there was an offer of a Indians that were going to run it and everything, a tribe, and it was shut down. And now we have an abandoned Greyhound Park completely.
And that's a lot of property.
Yeah, and I think we go back to the sports park, that it really hasn't met the expectations that we believed it was going to when they started investing in it. I think maybe we don't market it right. I don't know, but we have a lot of needs in this community.
Good Judge, we have 6-figure guys that come in with marketing skills and all of this stuff, and yet and nothing gets done. We always get all of these outsiders where we can do it in-house. I mean, I don't know, so the money's not being spent properly. And this sports park should have been done a long time ago. Why? I mean, why start building something when you haven't finished sports park? You haven't finished other projects that they've started on,
But this sports park is a city thing. The arena's a county. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is true.
Yeah. And also keep in mind that I support the Madeira development. I think it's a great idea, but that is private enterprise.
Yeah.
Private's private.
San Benito's smaller version is private enterprise.
Right.
And government shouldn't be in the entertainment business. I mean, that's not our role to be doing that. Right. But look, it is a quality of life project. I'm just saying that I don't believe that it's affordable, and I don't believe that we can sustain it. And again, it's pretty. It looks very, very nice. But I just don't think it's wise to be doing this at this moment. I don't know about it's our time. I don't know what that means. Let's do it now. I think that these are little buzzwords and catchphrases. But I guarantee you, anybody that you ask that supports it, ask them, do you know how much it's going to cost to do this? And they're not going to tell you. Well, they may look at it. They may look it up now after this show, but they're not going to tell you.
What about this, Judge? I got something about the car rental prices and all of this. Explain these numbers to us.
Yeah, I saw that too. Like if you look at what says Cameron Amphitheater tax, and that's I don't know.
That 3105.
Yeah, if you look at the audited financial statements that you've got under the revenues, it's there, the amphitheater money. The venue tax fund that's in there. So that's what that is. That's what I believe it is. So I don't know if they're going to add another 50. I don't know. I mean, I kind of read the Prop 8, and it's kind of hard to understand. I wanted to read it, so I don't know if they're going to tack on another percentage. All of a sudden, who's going to want to come down? I mean, when we're pricing ourselves out of the market.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but again, the same thing. If you got people that are commuting from Hidalgo County, they're not going to rent a car and they're not going to stay in a hotel.
Wow. This is correction. Last day for May 7th was April the 7th. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we really don't need it. I mean, we would like to have it, but it's going to bite it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us because somewhere along the line, it's either going to stay just halfway done and it's just going to be an eyesore, or eventually they're going to keep going and it's going to somehow the tax is going to increase somehow, even though they say it's going to be run at a hotel and all that. I mean, but the hotel can't support it. It's too much money.
Well, and again, I think I hate being repetitive again, but you got to go back to their numbers, okay? And in order to pay off, all they're claiming is that all we have to pay off is a third because we've got the rest of it already funded. Okay, take a third. That's 33 million plus. Just do the math, okay? And those bonds are normally 20-year bonds. Okay, and then just do the math. It's almost $2 million a year in bond payments. So that means that they're going to somehow these venue funds are going to have to go up. Yeah, I mean it's right there. Now these are their numbers. This was the actual numbers as of September 30th, 2021. That's their latest audited financial statements. Okay, so if you look at the bottom, they had a surplus of about 126,000. Okay. So that's about, I don't know, 7.5%, 8% of what they need to fund the 33 million. Where's it going to come from? No one has answered that. No one has.
Yeah. This is Michael Roberts. Yeah, have you driven around San Benito? The streets are horrible. I was shocked taking pictures for the Valley Morning Star story. Yeah, that's true. But
San Benito, Bronzeville.
San Benito, Brownsville. There. I mean,
Well, look, these, and everybody says it, and I'm in total agreement that this particular funding mechanism cannot be used for infrastructure. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
And we can't do that.
It's apples and oranges. I mean, they have to. Can only be used for this. But even at that, we won't have enough.
Right. But the reason that people are talking about that is because they haven't done a good enough job of explaining.
Yes.
And they're reacting to things versus acting. And these arguments that I'm bringing up, they haven't changed from the March election. They're the same ones.
It's the same thing. Except now they're putting more signs and coming out in YouTube and Facebook shows and all of that, and so they're trying to make it look more pretty and the whole bit for us to say yes, okay, we did an improvement, but it's still the same thing.
Can our expressway handle that much more traffic?
I'll take it a step further. Are you going to want to live in a community that's adjacent to an arena?
Well, they say there's nobody living around there, but there is.
Yeah, but having to deal with congestion and traffic 60 times a year.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's like
based on their 7,000 seat capacity, that's probably 3,000.
I mean, you're talking about a portion of spring breakers coming through. I mean, the lines are horrible to the island as it is.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen to the infrastructure around this arena? It's only one expressway running through there.
And it seems like they're going to drive around it to get to where you're going. And imagine, I don't know, a car, stalling or a fire or something. How are you going to get out of this place?
Well, and again, let's stick. I want to stick to the facts that we know and not deal in hypotheticals. And what they're doing is it's all hypothetical, all of it. Okay. there's not a single fact that I have seen that justifies this project. It's all hypotheticals. It's like, it's like the movie, what they're saying is if we build it, they will come, right? Well,
Right.
that was Kevin Costner in a movie,
Y se
and
murió.
and he paid for it. He didn't ask government to pay for it. So all I'm suggesting is that the hypotheticals that they're talking about, I don't believe are realistic. They've had a month to show me something, and I keep asking and asking, show me. You know what? If they come up and say, look, here's our award letter for $50 million. Here's a commitment, for this and this and this. This is our assumptions, and they make sense. I'll support it.
Yeah, we would turn our vote. We would turn our vote from no to yes because
but
it makes sense. It makes sense.
They can't do it because it doesn't exist. I've spoken to 3 mayors, and they've asked for feasibility studies. Nope. Nada. There's nothing really. I heard that, we're going to do it after this passes. You do the feasibility studies leading up to a project to see if it's viable and see if it's sustainable. You don't do it after you've committed.
This reminds me of those bills they pass up in the government that say you got to pass it to see it.
Yeah, exactly. You got to pass it to know what's in it, I think is what it is. This is a boondoggle, and whatever, anybody that's listening, be objective, take your emotions out of it, and just look at the hardcore numbers and satisfy yourselves that this is a realistic project. Right. And this is not about a Republican or Democrat or Libertarian or a vegetarian or this is about real numbers.
Right.
And don't be swayed by emotions and by buzzwords, and don't be swayed by do your own research. It's page 243 of the budget, if you want to look at it, of the Cameron County budget, and it's page 188, I think, 188, 189 of the audited financial statements. So all you do is go to the Cameron County website and go to the, I think it's the auditor's department or financial transparency.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of an oxymoron. But financial, and then go there and you can see the whole audit. But I didn't want to focus on the whole audit. I wanted to focus just on this thing.
But it's so shiny, and they said they were going to increase my taxes. How can I not vote for it?
Yeah. I think that was my quote that I wrote up today. I think.
Yes, I pulled it out. Yeah, and it's so true. Show us the numbers.
Show us the numbers.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Give us a call. We're ready for you. Come on in.
Yeah, like I said, anybody that wants to invite me to go on their show that are proponents, I'll be more than happy to go on their show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna call on myself. Hey, can I be on your show? If they want me to do that, I'm gonna yo no me rajo, as
no,
they say.
And by all means, anybody with a yes vote that wants to come on,
yes,
we'll open it up. Because at this point, okay, some people out there are saying, well, we want to hear the other side. I mean, Sarky was saying, yeah, we want to hear the other side. Sarky lives in Harlingen, so his point of view is different than my point of view. I live in Brownsville, and so I'm saying I don't want to vote for it. I'm going to vote no, but Sarky's okay. He's up from the Mid Valley.
I want to listen to a yes and why.
And why?
Tell me your side.
Why should I vote for no? Convince me. Or why should I vote for yes? Convince me. Or change my mind. Pero pues at this point, no nada.
And all I hear is crickets.
Well, those yes votes are going to be because Hidalgo County has 2, and we're falling behind, and we deserve it. And all these they're kind of subjective comments. They're emotional comments.
Oh yeah, that's kind of something. Reminds me of when Mom used to say, si el otro huerco también se tira del agua, tú también te vas a tirar, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, we don't need. I mean, we're Brownsville alone. I mean, we have something. We don't even have somebody. Maybe we have Los Fresnos and we have Olmito, and that's it. that's the only. Those are the only cities, and Los Frenos está a little far apart, but still, I guess they would be considered Brownsville in a sense.
Arroyo.
But it's not like Harlingen, that San Benito, Harlingen, La Feria. All of these cities are connected, or even McAllen. Have all of these cities around it. So it's like,
Royal. We're
yeah,
talking to everybody from the county, Cameron County. It's not just the Brownsville. This is a county issue.
yeah,
We need to speak to everybody.
right.
Que no piensen that it's just Brownsville. We
No,
need to let you know anybody who's in
right.
Cameron County can vote on this.
Right.
That's
Well,
true. That's true.
the other whatever yes folks are out there, I think all they're going to do is repeat
Right.
the narrative. We need it, we deserve it, we've earned it, we don't want to stay behind. We got those are all subjective comments, okay? And I understand that. But if you're really serious about it, and you're in that area that, look, I'm debating yes or no. I talked to one person today that called me, that was at the island, and now he's living in San Benito, and he says, well, I'm on the fence. I said, look, this is where you go look at that and tell me, because you know what, it doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
So whomever's supporting it out there, really look at it, and if you have a vested interest, then you're not being objective. If you're a realtor, okay, or you're doing something that's going to generate money for you personally, you're not being objective.
Right.
Okay. And I've had, oh yeah, realtor, the property values and all this going to go up. And yeah, you're not objective, because you're looking at the commissions that you're going to make.
Right.
If this happens, you're going to go out and chase listings everywhere. That's not being objective.
Right. Right.
Okay. And if anyone out there, I'm going to vote for it because they promised me the electrical contract. Well, that's not being objective. So I think folks need to be objective when they look at it. And, I gain nothing. Is it going to bother me if it gets built? I mean, no. I mean, it's just not the right thing to do.
Right.
That's it. At the end of the day, it's not the right thing to do. And shame on the members of the leadership that are trying to ram this down people's throats after it failed once, albeit by a handful of votes. But how many elections do we know that have lost by a handful of votes?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Hey, I just think everybody needs to take a step back and look at it and just kind of, hey, whoa, let's defeat it, and then come back later after we've had a lot more input and numbers that we can rely on.
Right.
Especially if you own property and you're worried about property taxes. This is one thing we really need to look at.
And there are houses around there. I mean, maybe not nearby, but there are some communities around there, and they're saying that there's not. The thing is, I would definitely ask the friends of Cameron County for this to come in, show us why we should vote yes.
You have an open invitation.
This has never been a hostile show. This has always been an open mind show. Sharky wants to hear the facts. If you can convince me, I've been convinced before. I mean, I've been convinced here on this show before to vote for a candidate and not vote. And Sharky has seen me change my mind here because we've had a candidate that comes in and wow, okay,
we've seen the ads, we've seen the YouTube ads. We want to hear from you. We want to know why you're for it.
I think it's also somewhat suspect when you're getting treasurers and directors from 900 miles away.
Right. Because they didn't have anybody qualify here. I don't know.
What is their vested interest, in this? I think that you need to look at the dynamics of who the political contributors are to some of these elected officials, and what's the incentive for architects and engineers?
There are more contracts,
definitely. Yeah, and contractors, from a county or two counties, or as far away as outside of the
Dallas,
state.
Houston, you name it.
Contributing money to our elected officials unless they expect some kind of return on their investment.
It's got to get paid back. Cuando te dan when they give you a donation, they're not giving it out of the kindness of their heart. It's a business arrangement. They got to get something back. I mean, you're not talking about $100 donation, and even then, sometimes
Right.
so you're talking about 4 figures, 5 figures going down. Uh,
Yep.
and at some point, hey, you know what? Well, even if you don't like it, you have to give back because you are purchased. You were purchased, and so that's what hurts us.
But
The local. I don't know if you've seen it, Ray. The local Cameron County GOP sent out a press release today in opposition of this arena.
I did not.
Yeah, it was posted on the GOP, the local Facebook page, I believe.
Okay.
In opposition of it, simply, and the opposition. My opposition is strictly fiscal.
Yes.
It's not politics. I could care
No.
right?
Yeah.
It's from the beginning. It's been fiscal. I'm not dealing in personalities. I'm not dealing in hypotheticals and rumors and speculation.
It's not emotion. You're creating an attack or a positional move. You gotta think. Okay, can I risk it? Do I have my pieces ready to move into the position and create a strong attack? And in this case, they don't have the pieces ready for the checkmate.
I will tell you this: that regardless of whether it passes or fails, I think in the end it is going to hurt a lot of these elected officials politically. Even if it fails, I believe it's going to hurt them.
Yeah. Well, a ver qué pasa, Judge. A ver qué pasa, and that's why you're here. Just gonna share the numbers with us, and I know you're gonna go with Erasmo's show as well, and you gotta.
No, I haven't been told anything about that. I already did.
Oh well, he mentioned it, but I don't know. Maybe
that was last time. Yeah, that was last
maybe
time.
he'll call you in a little bit.
We really appreciate all the information you've brought on and to let us know, because a lot of people have a tendency that they don't know what's going on, so they see the shiny pictures and they go and vote without realizing the facts and the numbers and stuff. So it's nice of you to come on the show and let us know all the facts, all the numbers, and that we can't have this.
Well, Frankie says, do you think it'll pass? I really don't think so. Well, I don't know, man. It didn't pass by 75 votes. I think the people are more educated this time around. But the thing is, we have to get the voters out there. The thing is that the voters don't go out to vote, man. It's sad that a very small percentage of the citizens of, Brownsville, Harlingen, San Benito, Cameron County decides what is being done.
The bad part about it is
another show you might want to go into is Frankie's show. I don't know, Frankie, if you're up for an interview or up to have Judge up on your morning show. That'd be cool, man.
The bad part about it is they already had a practice run, so they knew how much they missed it by. So they went and pushed all these ads for YouTube, for all the different media. Yeah. To try and get those additional votes that they needed. So basically, they're working after a practice run that they had. Now,
well, they were sending out text messages also the last couple of days, and I believe that a lot of people that got them sent back a no.
Yeah.
Okay. I know at least 5 or 6 people that got them and said, "Look," and they sent me a screenshot. We said no. We voted no.
So my biggest worry. My biggest worry is that a lot of people didn't register in time, and we may be stuck with working with just the certain people that are registered to vote.
Well, look, we got a couple of 100,000 registered voters, okay? And I bet you we're going to have probably 5% that come out to vote. In Brownsville has no local elections. So none of the port races are uncontested. The TSC races are uncontested. There's nothing other than the 2 constitutional amendments and this one. And there's no romance in constitutional amendments. Nobody wants to go out and vote, for those. So Harlingen's got some municipal elections. Los Fresnos, I believe, does. Port Isabel does. Combs does. But Brownsville does not.
Harlingen, we've got some really good elections coming up with a mayor. We're trying to change after 14 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a very strong turnout.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what's gonna happen out here. I'll keep an eye open, see what I hear or what I see out here, and
Yeah.
I'll let you on.
Look, if anybody that's listening has any questions or they want, and it's okay, you want to challenge what I'm saying, that's fine. But I'm just dealing with the numbers. So,
Yes.
but call my office and talk to me. I return all my calls, I return all my messages, I return all my emails. I do it promptly. So please feel free. 544-7778 is my office number, and just call me. And we'll talk, and maybe, who knows, you might convince me that, hey, it's a good deal. I doubt it. Without any supporting documentation, it's not going to work. I posted a question on Facebook a while ago, and it was kind of long, and I asked a simple question: "Tell me what you're using." Blah blah blah. And of course, the answer is, well, Hidalgo, McAllen. They punt over to Hidalgo County again. I said, "You didn't answer my question." So that's their answer. Hidalgo County, Hidalgo County, Hidalgo County. Not Cameron, not Brownsville, Hidalgo County. So that's why it's a little suspect for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that
What
makes
else you got,
sense.
guys?
No, but that's about it, man. We just wanted you to come in and share the page. I mean, share the information and all that. Uh, and yeah, you had a question here. Can you explain the proposition one on the ballot? Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, that's another one. I've read those things, and God bless our state of Texas, but they make these propositions so complicated.
Yeah,
They don't get to the point. They make them longer than what they should be. By the end, you're just tired. Saying, "Well, I can't." I'm gonna have to go
Yeah.
back and look at it and read it because they're kind of hard for me to read as well.
yeah. So I don't know. I would say no. Vote no. There it is, guys. The early voting starts April the 25th through May the 3rd. Election day is May 7th, and so there you go. These Joe Tucker, the corruption and unethical practices are, oh man, in Brownsville compared to other parts of the valley and in Texas in general. Yeah, well, let's get in other parts. I'm sure there's a little bit of corruption, but they eat about 25% of the pie, or they put 25% of the pie in their pockets, and they use the rest for the city. Over here in this area, they eat the whole pie. Por eso dice Erasmo, nomás las puros crumbs los dejan. Y ni crumbs a veces. Se cae una crumb y ahí le meten el dedo, se lo meten en la boca. No los dejan nada. So
Look,
that's why we're like the way we are.
yeah, I don't believe that Brownsville is unique and unethical and corrupt behavior. I think it exists everywhere.
Oh no, Harlingen is clean. It's
Yeah,
100% perfect.
yeah, of course.
En San Benito, pues es San Benito, están
but
santitos ahí.
but the reason that it resonates is because we're here. I mean, we read it every day. I mean, when I was SOS, I'd travel overnight many times, and I'd look for the local stations that were televising their council meetings or school board meetings,
Right.
and they were pretty bad too. I mean, they really got into it. So it's not unique to us, and I mean, unethical behavior and that type of activity is unfortunately it's everywhere, and we're just close to it here.
I guess so. I guess we get to see the real monster in our leadership.
Yeah, well, I think on the good side, we haven't had an elected official go to prison in a while, so that's kind of cool.
In a while. Well, I mean, well, I shouldn't say this, but on another subject, you're running for office, and so I'm glad that you are, because you'll be able to come in and clean house and do something.
Well,
Tell
I'll
us
tell
a
you,
little bit about what you're going to be doing.
I'm gonna need a broom and a Hoover vacuum cleaner, man. I mean, because I tell you, it's unfortunately, it's really, deteriorated. It really had. I mean, you heard about what happened with over at Isla Blanca Park. Now I don't know all the facts, but
Yeah.
all I know is somebody was paying $12 or $14 and getting a receipt for 10, and they couldn't figure out. I mean, like, no, and this has been going on since June of
The
2021.
4 wasn't working when they were entering, so they had to put a
Yeah,
0. The 4
yeah, yeah,
wasn't working.
yeah, yeah. But somehow everything always balanced. I don't get that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, we all have our challenges, and it's going to take electing good people and holding people accountable for what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that simple.
We just need to audit the auditors.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's true.
Yeah.
No, pues a ver qué. Bueno, Judge, pues thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time. If anything, just keep posting. Like I know you normally post either on my page or on the page, and whatever anytime you need anything, just give me a call and we'll set up a show for you.
And same thing with you guys and anybody listening in. If you have something on Facebook, tag me on it, share it, and I'll put it out there as well. I got a few followers, but I will tell you, I tell people that if you're offensive, if you're rude, if you're this, I give you one bite to the apple. After that, then I just block you.
Yeah. The thing is that I mean, people can have difference in opinion, but there's no need to be rude, offensive, or or be just dirty. I mean, it's just come on. We're human beings, and let's act civilized. Oh no, I don't like the arena. Okay, well, no need to block or anything like that. I mean, you got to hear the other person's opinion, because that's the other thing we get. We get is like an opinion comes out, y luego it doesn't match with their opinion, y pa' fuera, and then another topic comes out, and then because they blocked that person that didn't agree with them, and now on this other topic, that person might agree with them, so they can't come in and support them because they got blocked the first time, so it doesn't make sense,
I don't block unless someone is just outright offensive, being offensive to me or to some of my readers, my Facebook friends, where they call them, really bad, ugly things. And I don't. I block. I give them a warning.
Yeah.
I give them one warning shot. Said, hey, don't be doing this. And I've had to block people, because they're insistent on as they say in France, chinga, 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 right?
Chinga, 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 man.
And so I tell them,
I know a guy you might want to block later.
No. I'm good. I'm very diplomatic when I make comments and all of that, but
Thank you, Judge. Thank you for coming in.
Yes,
right,
sir.
Guys, y'all have a good evening, man. Thanks.
You too. Take care, sir. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Andale. Wow, man, what an awesome individual, man, the Judge is, man.
Yes,
He
absolutely.
is so cool.
But that's so true though. This arena, it's been getting pushed like massively. I've been getting all kinds of text messages, all kinds of ads on YouTube, online, even on TV, watching our shows and stuff. They pop up. I'm like, man, they spent a lot of money to push this thing.
Well, if they're spending money, they're going to make money. They want to make money. So it might not be the money that's going to come in through the actual numbers. Like the judge was saying, the numbers aren't there. So somewhere along the way, some money's being made somehow. I don't know. Is it going to be used to clean dirty money? Or
Oh, I mean, that's speculation. But I'm saying that,
of course. I mean,
there's got to be something fishy going on. I mean,
show us the numbers in so that we can vote yes. I mean, come on.
Talk to us. Come on in and talk to us. We're waiting.
Porque I know you're watching.
Oh yeah,
I see you.
Oh yeah, I see you. You're up there.
They're in the skybox.
Hey, they're eating the fajitas.
Allá están comiendo las fajitas and enjoying the margaritas, and I don't know what else. I don't know what was served today, Sharky. What were they serving up there in the skybox?
No. Today was chicken cordon bleu.
Órale, no, pues todos ven bule. Con razón hasta allá está arriba. Oh my goodness. No, pues está bueno, Sharky. Pues, ¿qué más, Sharky? Anything else? What you
Es
been up to,
todo,
man?
es
How
todo.
you doing? How you doing
Pretty
with your
good.
business, man? I know you have a business. You're not just a mechanic that goes by there, fixes car. You're actually a business. You're licensed. You have the proper tools and equipment. And
We've got
what's that other
we
computer that you have? That
the full diagnostic computer. Yes.
Yes. So
We've got everything rolling. But it's some days I have 1 or 2 days that it'll slow down and then it picks up. I had one event where I was working on one vehicle, then I get another call downtown Harlingen where they needed help, and I'm like, I'm stuck in one vehicle, but they wouldn't have allowed me to work on the other one because it was at a restaurant parking lot and there was no way. I was like, okay, so they had to have it towed.
wow.
that and that vehicle had to be towed all the way to Edinburgh from Harlingen.
Órale.
That was a
Wow.
$260 bill.
Oh man. Ni modo.
Yeah.
Ni-
Sometimes they're gonna get away.
No, pues sí, pues a ver qué pasa. No, but I mean, my point was that, man, you're a professional. You're not like just somebody,
No.
going out there and trying to do a job. You're gonna get it done. You're gonna get it
Yeah.
done. For and you're gonna get it done at a good price, which will probably beat the dealership price completely because you don't have the overhead and all that. So
Yeah. And
you know,
today I went out and I gave business cards. I walked some neighborhoods and I talked to some people, and
there you go.
I'm doing that regularly as well.
Well, you know what,
So,
Sharky? When I first got to Brownsville and I opened up my photography studio, that's what I would do. I would get 10 cards a day, and I would pass out 10 cards to different people, and I would
mhm,
have 3 meaningful conversations about photography.
mhm.
And I did that every single day, man. So, yeah, that definitely works. You got to get your
Oh
name out
yes.
there, and then
Oh yeah.
after that, word of mouth. And I think word of mouth goes a long way because you do a good job for one person, that person's gonna talk to all his friends because all his
Absolutely.
friends know he's got problems with his car. No, hombre, tu mugrero, tíralo, and then all of a sudden they see it going. Wow, I should do it. No, pues que vino Sharky, me like, well, man, you gotta call this guy because they're having problems with their cars too as well. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how it goes, man. No, pues está bueno, Sharky. Pues I guess we'll let you go and
Ya bueno.
we'll see you here, and it's about that time. It's time for the music to go. And
Later.
guys, we will see you, Sharky. Have a good one. You take care. This is Royal with Toxo Central RTV Stout telling you good night. Buenas noches, abrazos, besitos y los vamos.